Hello again, my friends. Welcome back. You're in the company of the Toad. A couple of things I need to speak to you about before I get onto the discussion about the new Canoe. I spoke to you the other day about the Wasp Barlow. Here it is here. And one of my subs, a good friend to many people, Bobby, put in the comments. He pointed out I'd missed something. Stupid me, I don't know why I didn't say anything about it, because I'm a bit thick like that. It didn't occur to me that this is something new. But I'm relatively new to knives, so that's probably why I missed it. This is what it is. The knife blades are the opposite way around on this one, as you can see. So normally on these, it's the pen blade first, nail necks are both this side, and there's your main blade. On the Wasp, the blades are the opposite way around. The pen blade is no longer this side, this is the main blade, and the pen blade is on that side. And also, the nail nicks are both pointed outwards. So they've not just swapped the knife position, blade position around, the opposite way around. The nail nick is actually the opposite way to, if it just swapped them around, the nail nick would still have been facing that way. So they've machined the nail nicks on this side now as well. So yeah, as you look at it, the blades are the opposite way around. And I stupidly didn't think that was important enough to mention. But there you go, you know now. If you hadn't already known, then sorry me, I'm still learning at this. But the point is, this, as Bobby said, this is an old idea by Case. Apparently Frost do it on their Barlow. And Bobby was saying that this is only, to his knowledge, and I'll take his word for it because I don't know any better at all, this is only the second one in the Rough Rider range that have done it. The first one being, the other one, I should say, being the Celestial Barlow, Razor Barlow, the Celestial Razor, I can't remember what it was. Anyway, Celestial Razor Barlow, I think he said it was. And that has the blades this way around as well. So that's the shape of things to come. Thank you very much, Bobby, my friend. You've enlightened me, and I hope I've enlightened you guys a little bit. So, enough of that. That's all it was about these. I'll put them up here, because that's not what we're here to talk about. But what we are here to talk about is canoes. Now, before I do go into that, I just want to just mention, you obviously might see there, Twisted Assisted. I put my pre-order in for their new knife that's coming out mid next month, and I'm really, really excited about it. I've been in contact a few times now with James, and he, thankfully, nice guy, sent me a couple of stickers, which is why I've got that one and another one in. I've got some other bits and bobs. Lovely, lovely guy. Now, I understand, I'm perfectly okay with this. They've not made that knife themselves. They bought it an amount from a factory in China. And I'm guessing it's the same one that makes the brother knives, because that new knife and the other one they've got on their website look very much like brother knives. I've got no problem with that at all. Absolutely no problem. Every single knife you have seen in front of you here are Chinese made. Isn't an issue for me at all. What I'm a bit curious about, though, is I would love to know what this factory is. Where is it? And do they do tours? I mean, what a wonderful place to visit. So what we know is it does Rough Rider, Queen, Imperial, Buck, Boca, Schrade, obviously brother knives. I've got Ropers, that came from there as well. I can't think of the name of them. There's quite a few knives that I know come from that factory. Or maybe there's 2 or 3 factories that are linked together. But regardless, I would love to visit there. I mean, what a fantastic place to visit. The craftsmanship must be amazing. And yeah, what wonders do they got hiding in that place? It's no wonder that the Chinese knives are coming out the way they are. I know there is some worry about them taking over the market, but they do such a good job. And thank you, Mr. Guys over in China factory. So I'm happy with what you make. Yeah, it'd be nice if they were locally made, but it's the way of the world now, and they do a fine job. And I'm also really looking forward to the knife from Twisted Assisted. I'm fully aware what I'm getting. It looks brilliant, it really does. I'm going to be buying some of the other ones that they've got on their channel, their web store, because I do like the one they've got in carbon fibre, I think it is. And then there's the other one, and I can't remember what it's called now. And we can get all the different scales for it. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a bit of shopping from their website once I've got a bit more cash. However, in the meantime, we're here to talk about this thing, this Wasp. Now, I'm broke at the moment. I don't have any money left to do anything with. It's one of the reasons why I'm piddling around with doing leather and things. And the lovely lady on the hill knew I wasn't in a position to buy myself any more knives. And she did know that I also had liked this one. So she bought it for me. What a wonderful person, you'd say. And you're very much right. It's 1 in a million. I'm sure a lot of you guys or guys, girls, whoever, are very jealous to be living with somebody who thinks of you in that way. And I'm very lucky that I live with somebody like this. So, what does the lady on the hill do? She buys me the Canoe. There we go. The Canoe with the Wasp design. And here it is. Yep. And it's nice. I mean, I like canoes. I won't be buying any more Rough Riders for a while. There's about 6 of Rough Riders at the moment I really want. But unfortunately, there's also other knives that I really want. So I'm going to leave the Rough Riders alone for a little bit and pick the other knives up first. All being well, they'll all end up in my house, in my hands eventually. But what order, I don't know. But this is what we're here to look at. Now, I mentioned with this one, I wasn't really happy with the colour. I mean, there's no difference in there, is there? They're the same. I do think they should be brighter, but hey ho, it's the way it is. But I'll tell you one thing though, the metal on this is different, and I don't know why it's different or what it is. So let's open this up. Doesn't say anything on here about what the steel is, and there's nothing really in the blurb apart from this is fingerprint material. There we go. Now this one, I'm going to get it open. That's the problem not having thumbnails. Right. If you can see, this one's nowhere near as shiny. This is more, it looks like it's just chrome, to be honest with you. And I don't really like the finish. I really don't. It's got something, I can't explain it, but it looks like, it looks cheap to me. That's probably the best idea. It's the only one Rough Rider I've got that's got this appearance on it, but it just looks too shiny. But yeah, so this is the other one. Again, there's nothing on this blade to say what it is. I think it's 240A or something, if I remember right. But the finish on these is different. This one is nothing like as shiny as this one. Not that it really makes a lot of difference, and you can't really see it there. But yeah, so there we have it. Right, let me just change the focus so you can have a closer look. Ah, there you go. Works sometimes it doesn't. So there we are. Isn't it beautiful? There's nothing written on there. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a carbon blade. Most times when they don't write anything, it says it'll be carbon. I don't know. Don't think it is though. You know, these have been around for a while. I won't be buying any more of the Wasp knife designs, unless, however, they come up with peanuts, in which case I'll be getting that almost straight away. So I think this makes a lovely peanut, or a folding hunter. There we go wrong way around. Folding hunter would be wonderful, wouldn't it just? I think this design on a folding hunter, wow, yes. That's another bit of bees, that one, a bit of bees knees. There we go, there's the pen blade. As you can see, the finish on it is quite nice. There's no real fault with this at all. Tiny bits of gapping here and there. You know, this is a mid £20 knife. You know, it's not a fantastic amount of money, and it's, again, it's a budget knife with quality feel to it. It is put together very well. There's no blade movement. They center these knives perfectly. Both of these are there. That one's off just a little bit, but nothing that's going to make any difference to the handling. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have thumbnails. It's one of them things. I have to keep my nails very, very, very short, or I'll scratch myself off to death. That bloody medication I take. And then I've got a knife blade opener. I've got this from an old watch, an old kit I had for working on watches. For getting the back of watches out. So I use that when I need to. I'm going to buy myself a nice pushy one. Maybe one of those musket hole Rough Ryder ones, but at the moment I'm not. I'm perfectly happy with what I'm using. But there we are, look at this. Sweet as a nut. If you don't have one, get yourself one. Beautiful. I don't have any great stories to add to it because I don't know any. All I know is it's designed in a Wasp. I mean, what was the story? Let's see. Mr. Rough Ryder was sitting down one day having his cucumber sandwiches on his lemonade, and a wasp came along and it stung him on the bum, and he said, "Bugger, that wasp just stung me on the bum." And then almost immediately he thought, "I know. I'll use that design of that wasp to put on my knives." And that's how the story goes. So from that moment on, Rough Ryder made these wasp knives. So if Mr. Rough Ryder weren't sitting there having his cucumber sandwiches and his lemonade at that particular place, and he wasn't stung by that wasp, we would not have any of these wasp knives. So thank your lucky stars for cucumber sandwiches. And luckily, Mr. Rough Ryder is not allergic to wasp stings, as some people are. Well, that's the story I heard anyway. So there we are. That's enough. I'll leave you to it. I took up far too much time. If you did stick around for the rest of the for the whole video, thank you very much, because I did waffle on a little bit. But yeah, as I was saying, it's a bit of a mystery where all these knives are made from in China, but I wonder if there's one or two factories in a part of China and they just produce all of these knives. I mean, easily 90% of my knives are made in that area. And what a place to visit. Yeah, the stuff they have behind closed doors that we don't see must be amazing. Yes. Anyway, by the by, until next time I see you, thank you for your time, and thank you for the get well thoughts I've been receiving. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not coughing now. I was getting a bit worried about that because there's high likelihood I would have ended up with bloody pneumonia again if this had carried on. But I'm feeling better. I'm not out and about yet, but on the other hand, I'm not stuck in bed being ill anymore. So hopefully this is the last time it'll happen for a while. And yeah, there we go. Whoops, far too long. I'm sorry this has took so long. Anyway, I shall see you guys down the road. Have a good one.